Hello everyone, I'm Natalia and Morcos.
And I'm Michael Morcos.
And welcome to our house where we live with our family and our dog. And we love to host people in this house. And we love to play with the house and show you around. And welcome to our life and be in our shoes. I used to live in a big castle. The reason I used to live in a big house is just because I had 450 pair of shoes, imagine. Majority of pairs I keep in my life are down to 20, right? So every single pair I have in my life, it means something to me. It's always need to be worn and always need to have daily use. So that's why I want to introduce you to those which made it to the final 20. Remember, it's very difficult choice. I'm size 42, which means all the shoes are very rare. I make sure that everything what I find in my size and I love, I keep and take care very well of. That's the only one out of 20 which I don't wear, but I cannot get rid of. If you think of the shoes which Cinderella lost on the stairs, it was this one. 100,000%. I mean, a classic, gorgeous, looks fantastic. When I pick those Burberrys, they're somewhere on between me being absolutely having fun with life, right? They also remind me about my dog. I don't know why, don't ask me. And also remind me of my passion about flowers. And anyway, they're making the outfit, denim and a black tee, and you're here to go. They're super fabulous on. Jacquemus, classics, square, round, heel, anything you name it, making your outfit every day amazing. If you think how Natalia cannot live without golden shoes, it's a big question, but I cannot really. You can dance with them all night long, and yet they're very beautiful on and making a statement.
I come from the corporate world and I've just stopped all my corporate jobs, and part of my journey is also to change my clothing style to something a bit more relaxed. I've been married to Natalia for a while. In her opinion, I'm a work in progress. The project is not finished, especially when it comes to styling and dressing up and shoes in particular. My first ever H&M collaboration experience, waking up at 6 in the morning and queuing up in Dubai Mall to get into H&M, was the collaboration between Maison Margiela and H&M, where I got these beautiful boots. Their color has changed a lot over the years. I've just painted them white last week because I still need to do some more work on them and prepare them for our Ibiza trip. My other go-to party boots are these snakeskin boots. I'm from Sudan. In Sudan, most men own one pair of snakeskin shoes because that's our local leather and that's what people wear. So when I found these, I thought I needed to have one, and I wear them all the time. And I always get amazing compliments whenever I wear these shoes, especially from older women. I don't know why.
That's the one, guys. Honestly, I was hunting on this bag since Matteo Blasi, who is a creative director of Bottega Veneta, posted on his Instagram saying, "That bag." I agreed with him, that's that bag. I will keep it again as an object of so many people and so many hours of work put together in this object. So, piece of art, sardine from Natalia, obsessed, amazing, very rare, was impossible to find, took me 9 months. This used to be my shoe closet, which Michael converted into a library. So it's just several shelves we put on top of each other, and Michael put light on it, and it's become our very famous library. By the way, it can have no light or light. It's beautiful at night as well.
We've been working with a lot of creatives. We've been working with creatives in flowers, we've been working with creatives in art, in design, in dance. This piece of art is very dear to me because I got it in the year 2000 in London for my birthday for £500. From a young artist called Mark Kostabi. At the time he was unknown. And then 6 months later he blew up. And this actual piece was on the front cover of Time Out London. It's been traveling the world with me. It's been hanging in offices, in bedrooms, in our living room, etc. And now it has pride of place here.
This is a very famous chair from 1950s, which I scored in a vintage store in Lebanon. And then we decided to bring it together to Dubai on carry-on New Year Eve. So we were stopped at the airport and asked, why do we carry bullets with us on our trip? But they didn't stop over there. We took them out of the airport in Dubai and realized that the roads are closed. So all the way from the IFC to my house, we were walking and carrying the chairs, and everyone who were watching the firework in Burj Khalifa were holding them with us. So we had probably 40 people trying to bring these chairs with us to the house. For that reason, they're absolutely special. If you ask me about the most special piece of furniture I have in my house, it's probably going to be this. It's ultra fragola mirror from Poltronova. I know you've seen a million of replicas of it everywhere. This is the original one. The reason it's called ultra fragola, which is a strawberry in Italian, it's because it appears totally pink. I really have a beautiful connection with it. I have from my travels. So, first of all, shells. Anything vintage, anything shell and spheric and spiral, it's Natalia's obsession. And also I'm very obsessed about Greek mythology. The guy who represents all the fun in the world is always there. And as a part of Natalia, which is a little bit of playful, I think the best say we saw was something we saw in Africa saying, small house fits 100 friends. We want them to be very close to each other. And when they're close to each other, we have a lot of these conversation starters all around our house.
So this house is quite small. It's much smaller than what we lived in before. So space is at a premium. So when we removed the false ceiling in this living room, which is quite a small living room, we found this structure and frame that's actually holding up the roof, which is beautiful in its own right.
My recipe for longevity is to be curious all the time and try to learn something new all the time. And I try to keep myself and my nose up with what's happening next all the time. Thank you, Level, for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you and try some fabulous shoes today.